Hello everybody, Northern Hero here. Abominations and sins. And we continue. Deuteronomy 17:1-4. You shall not sacrifice to the Lord your God an ox or a sheep in which is a blemish, any defect whatever. For that is an abomination to the Lord your God, if there is found among you within any of your towns that the Lord your God is giving you, a man or woman who does what is evil in the sight of the Lord your God, in transgressing his covenant, and has gone and served other gods and worships them, or the sun or the moon, or any of the host of heaven, which I have forbidden, and it is told you, and you hear of it, then you shall inquire diligently, and if it is true and certain that such an abomination has been done in Israel. There was one before that. Proverbs 3:1-31. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what I've done there, but it must be 1-3. Anyway, that might be wrong. I'd have got that. My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and years of life and peace they will add to you. Let not steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablets of your heart. So you will find favour and good success in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean to your own understanding. 1 John 4:4. Little children, you are from God and have overcome them, for he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. I've got a list on here with different things. I don't know why, because I did this a long time ago. You know, crime, error, evil, fault. I think I've just listed a lot of things that's not nice to God. I'll just say some. Crime, error, evil, fault, guilt, immorality, lust, misdeed, offence, shortcoming, transgression, violation, wrong, wrongdoing, anger, damnation, debts, pride, sloth, ungodliness. There's a lot more. Envy, unrighteousness, vice, wickedness, evil doing. In Abrahamic contexts, sin is the act of violating God's will. Sin can also be viewed as anything that violates the ideal relationship between an individual and God. Sin has been defined as to miss the mark. Some crimes are regarded as sins, and some sins are regarded as greater than others. In this nuanced concept of sin, sins fall in a spectrum from minor errors to deadly misdeeds. biblical lists. I think that's what it says. I mean, my printer, my ink has been running out, so some of these words I can't hardly see, not because I can't read them. So biblical lists. In the book of Proverbs 6:16 to 19, among the verses traditionally associated with King Solomon, it states that the Lord specifically regards 6 things the Lord hateth, and 7 that are an abomination unto him, namely, a proud look, a lying tongue, 3 hands that shed innocent blood, 4 a heart that devises wicked plots, feet that are swift to run into mischief, a deceitful witness that uttereth lies, him that soweth discord among brethren. Another list given this time by the Epistle to the Galatians, Galatians 5:19 to 21, includes more of the traditional 7 sins, although the list is substantially longer: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, adultery, sorcery, hatred, violence, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revellings, and such like. Since St. Paul goes on to say that the persons who practice these sins shall not inherit the kingdom of God, they are usually listed as possible mortal sins rather than capital sins. There's another one here which I don't quite understand. Lasciviousness. So apparently they are mortal sins rather than capital vices. Historical and modern definitions. Lust. Right, we all lust now and again, especially men. You know, sometimes it's, so easy to lust. I mean, men apparently think about sex. What is it? 7 every 6 or 7 seconds, something like that. It's a known fact. Do you know somebody who's a Christian? I met. Well, I saw him. Was it last week? A week before? I can't remember exactly. But I saw him, I had a chat to him and that. And he was going on about that he wants a wife. Well, I'm not being funny, but he absolutely stunk. Yeah, B.O. I mean, somebody needs to tell him, look, you might have to get a bath regularly, you smell a bit. What kind of woman's going to go after somebody with strong B.O.? We were alright, friendly, chatting and that. And then he says, Mark Driscoll, I think an American preacher, he says, oh, he's great in. He says that it's alright to have a wank. He says, I'll wank. He says, I masturbate. I mean, what else am I going to do? He says, I've mentioned it to a few other people, and he says, oh yeah, you've got to, or she'll have wet dreams. The danger is, my friends, it doesn't say anything in the Bible about masturbating, does it? But it's clear about lusting. I mean, if we're going out or somewhere thinking about work, oh, masturbate thinking about work, or I'm looking at a nice car. Ooh, I might, ooh, that looks really nice car, doesn't it? I think I'll masturbate thinking about it. Ooh, there's a nice tree or whatever. Ooh, games. I think I'll masturbate on my PlayStation. Then we'll need serious help. And, you know, I've read a clip, I've watched a clip by Mark Driscoll, and I would recommend it. Something about lust and masturbation. Is masturbation a sin? I think that's what it's called. So type it in. And I don't know if that person who I met the other week, you know, was actually on about that clip. Might have been something else. But it's so odd, especially in today's society, when a lot of women are naked and that. I mean, I like women, obviously. I mean, sometimes what we're supposed to do, but we have to lust, a lot of men lust, like I just mentioned, to keep it as a minimum as possible. Don't let anybody put you off by saying, oh, you should go to brothels and that. My last week said to me, oh, do you go to brothels? I says, oh no, stay away from them. She says to me, why not? Everybody goes to them. You want to try them out? I'm not having sex with a prostitute, with a whore. No chance. A few other people have mentioned it and all that. I should do. In fact, I had strong thoughts about it once. Why did I have them strong thoughts? Because I had a few pints of lager, and them thoughts were circulating around my brain, making me think dirty. And that's why we've got to be careful. Alcohol can equals sexual desires. You know, sometimes I get it anyway, we are having alcohol, but alcohol doesn't help. So, lust, or lecturer, is an intense desire. It is usually thought of an excessive sexual want. However, the word was originally a general term for desire. Therefore, lust could involve the intense desire of money, food, fame, or power as well. In Dante's Purgatorio, the penitent walks within flames to purge himself of lustful or sexual thoughts and feelings. In Dante's Inferno, unforgiven souls of the sin of lust are blown out in restless hurricane-like winds, symbolic of their own lack of self-control to their lustful passions in earthly life.